Anyway, dollar signs in the chat if you want to know where the money's at. Dollar signs in the chat if you want to know where the money at. Dollar signs in the chat if you want to know where the money at. If you're over on YouTube, hit the like, subscribe, share button, hit the bell notification so you know when one of these updates goes out. Big news just hit. Big news. Shout out to my CoreWeave investors. We are so back. CoreWeave just signed a $14 billion AI infrastructure deal with Meta. They're going to be supplying computing power, and under the agreement, Meta has committed to pay around $14.2 billion through December 14th, 2031, with the option to expand through 2032 for additional cloud computing capacity, CoreWeave said in a recent filing. I also was looking at some news and they were talking about the AI bubble, right? The bubble. And I compared this to the tech boom. And what the analysts are saying is that the tech boom is different from the AI boom because the AI boom has real revenue. The tech bubble was pure speculation. It was pure what do you call a valuation, like trumped up valuations of companies. So like there was no real value, there was no real revenue. People were just investing off of hype. Whereas with AI, this is real money. This is real money. This is real revenue. This is real use case. Some people are moving mining equipment from Bitcoin to AI. AI is the new Bitcoin. I've said it in the past. So AI is not going to be a bubble like the tech boom. And we're just getting started. Tap says, I think the AI bubble is the worst bubble. I don't know how you came up with that. I don't know how you came up with that. You'll have to explain that, but I just told you why it's not, and you said it is. I don't understand how you could just hear me say why. First of all, like the tech bubble was like the .com bubble was horrendous. Like it's second only to the housing crisis. Like the tech bubble was horrendously managed. I don't know how you compare it to the AI bubble. I'm sure you don't have anything to back up that claim. Don't tap them out. I'm sure you don't have anything to back up that claim. If you do, I would love to see it though. If you have anything to back up that claim, I would love to see it, but I know you don't. Does not exist. Yeah, I think you're just saying that off of pure speculation. And that's fine. That's fine, you know. But I just want to say that is a speculative thought, doesn't have any evidence surrounding it, and it's not likely. It's not likely for AI to be to be as bad as the .com bust. Jorn says the tech bubble was as bad as housing. Just look at California. Yeah. You cannot say the AI bubble is going to be worse. Anyway, but if you have a claim, you can explain why. I would love to hear it. OpenAI is making moves. OpenAI wants to launch a social media app for AI-generated videos. OpenAI is preparing to launch a standalone app for its video generation AI model, Sora 2. The app, which features a vertical video feed with swipe-to-scroll navigation, appears to closely resemble TikTok, except all of its content is AI-generated. There's a For You style page powered by a recommendation algorithm. On the right side of the feed, a menu bar gives users options to like, comment, or remix a video. Users can create video clips up to 10 seconds long using OpenAI's next generation video model. There is no option to upload photos or videos from a user's camera roll or other apps. The Sora 2 app has an identity verification feature that allows users to confirm their likeness. If a user has verified their identity, they can use their likeness in videos. Other users can also tag them and use their likeness in clips. For example, someone could generate a video of themselves riding a roller coaster at a theme park with a friend. Users will get a notification whenever their likeness is used, even if the clip remains in draft form and is never posted, sources say. OpenAI launched the app internally last week. So far, it's received overwhelmingly positive feedback from employees, according to documents viewed by Wired. Employees have been using the tool so frequently that some managers have joked it could become a drain on productivity. OpenAI appears to be betting that the Sora 2 app will let people interact with AI-generated video in a way that fundamentally changes their experience of the technology, similar to how ChatGPT helped users realize the potential of AI-generated text. There's a lot going on here, fam. There's a lot going on here. So the first thing I see is data farming.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
They ain't got a ticker yet. Data farming. They want to see how people interact with AI videos, how people generate them. This is an extremely interesting experiment. Hard to know where this will go. In the early stages, I imagine that this is going to be similar to most other social networks in that the content creators are going to be ruling the day. I think the difference is it allows introverted people to express themselves in various ways, which is going to make an interesting mix of community. The fact that we're replacing people with AI it's a huge no for me. I don't like that. This is I'm at first when I read this, I was bearish. I was like, this doesn't seem like it'll work. And I'm like, this might actually work. Now, I don't think it'll scale like other networks like TikTok, but this might actually get some traction. Might. I'm not 100% convinced, but it's gonna work. You think so? I don't know. It might. I'm gonna have to give this some more thought. Right? Because you figure, all right, there's two types of people on social media. You got content creators, you got content viewers, right? Then there's a For You page. So that means there's gonna be favoritism in the algorithm based upon engagement. So, and then you got to deal with gaming. Some people are going to game the app. So the first people on this are going to game the app. They're going to game the algorithm, which is going to give them a huge advantage from the start, which is going to discourage organic content creators. Then you're going to have a lot of viewers coming in, and whatever that first batch of content is, that's what everybody's going to copy. So in the initial stages, it's going to be a lot of bumps. It depends on how they get out of that first phase. If OpenAI can incentivize the right type of content, if OpenAI's algorithm is on point, then this could be something. But if somebody comes in, games the algorithm, it can make a very linear and poor experience for people that want to view on the app, people that want to just consume content. Also, you need people that are going to make great content. So OpenAI, because nobody's going to open this app to see a bunch of shitty content, right? So like your content creators have to be super creative, which means OpenAI is going to have to pay people to make content on the app. But like, what else? What other use is there just to drain time from your life? Like, like what? It'd have made sense if they'd been like, yo, this is a porn app.
Hotep, you're a genius. Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Come make your own porn and share it with friends. I could see that working, you know, but no, I'm split. I'm gonna leave it at split. I'm gonna go with 55% it's not gonna work, 45% it'll work. That's where I'm gonna go with it. Especially in phase one. But we'll see what happens. When Coach said it'll work, it made me bearish. Coach said H-Day it's going to work. Now I think it's not going to work. You know, like, I'm always leery of people who, when people just make bold claims on stuff that is very iffy, and people, like average people, tend to choose wrong. So when people choose a certain thing and say it's going to work, I usually bet against people.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Because people don't know what the fuck they talking about. Unless it's a qualified opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were working in AI and data research, I'd be like, yeah, but you know, Coach gets his AI plays from me and Markel and Natty, so like I can't trust him. Tari ain't here, so you got to catch these strays, Coach. You got to catch these strays, bro. I'm sorry it had to be you. But if you could explain why you think it'll work, tell me why you think it'll work. I'm all ears. I'd love to hear a good argument. You know, that's the thing about me. I'll make a claim, but if you got an argument that's counter, I definitely want to hear it. You know, I'm willing to be convinced. I want to like the J Electronica album.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I just need somebody to convince me. Tech isn't all peaches and cream. Update. I was denied boarding due to this. Went to the hospital as an emergency. Ring got removed. You can see the battery all swollen. Won't be wearing a smart ring ever again. Apparently his smart ring started swelling up. This nigga's smart ring was about to explode. Explode. Y'all better be careful with these devices. That's the second time I've seen something like this. Remember when the Samsung phones was blowing up? And like airlines are like, you can't bring your Samsung on the plane. What is a smart ring? I think it's one of those devices that like tracks your health. Like your heartbeat and steps and all that shit. Yeah. Almost lost a finger, man. Finger, hand, some more shit. Coach says, got homies that work in the tech industry, startups and Mag 7 companies. That's where I get more insight regarding AI. So basically, you don't know what you're talking about. Your homies do.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Your homies do. Tell your homies call in. You were unqualified, sir. You were unqualified to have this conversation. And that's still not an argument. You can't say it'll work. Why? Because I got friends that work in the industry. What do they say? Yeah, need a good argument. Shout out to King J. Thank you for the clips. That's your finance update of the day.
This product does not boost your testosterone. Boosting your testosterone is unhealthy. What this product does is it balances your hormone levels and frees up a natural testosterone production. That way you can get back to what you really want to do, which is hit the gyms.